Hello everybody and welcome back to another anti-MLM video. I'm Christine, I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to take a look at a compilation of posts from people in network marketing companies that make me laugh, and I just titled the folder More BS. Because a trend that I recognized on social media is that a lot of network marketers, they want to address the really big misinterpretations people make and the misunderstandings about network marketing, pointing the eyes and the ears of those listening to them towards those misunderstandings, towards those myths. But they don't really clear them up. So you ask your audience to focus on the negative sides of network marketing, but you're never clearing that up. They don't have a factual rebuttal, and now their audience is just stuck with the negative. Or it's a way to tell their own fellow team members and network marketers, no, we're doing something great. You show them. Yes, you show them. No, you show them. I don't need to come with facts. I just need to tell you what's wrong with the network marketing and then do nothing about it. That's not a smart tactic. I'm all here for it. I think it contributes to the downfall of network marketing, but today we're going to take a look at a couple of those posts that made me giggle. Let's not waste a lot of time. Let's get right into the first post from a network marketing coach. I need to start a side hustle, just no MLMs. And then this former boss babe turned MLM coach is really mad. Because somebody wants to make money, just not in a network marketing company. Let's go through the text. This isn't your mom's Tupperware business. So she, as a network marketing coach, admits that network marketing years and decades ago was not a great opportunity because we're talking about somebody's mother's Tupperware business, which is very much outdated. But in reality, it's not, because yes, it's still like your mom's Tupperware business. Although Tupperware might not be around everywhere, they stopped working here as a network marketing company in many European territories. But it's still the same system. It is still built and still based on the exploitation of humans. Recruit as many people as possible, and only few people at the top and at the mid ranks, they are even able to make a profit, least of all a living. So it is still, at the core, your mother's Tupperware business. It's 2025 and we're in a modern era of social selling, but you're still using the old business model. You might be on social media now and it might be 2025, but you're still working with the old system. It is still, at the core, like somebody's mother's Tupperware business. I recently asked a community of thousands of network marketers what they loved most about network marketing, and here's a summary of what they shared. Because some people say, hey, I want to make money, but not in a network marketing company. How does that refute their concerns when you ask network marketers? Those people who are biased in network marketing? We will take a look. Number one, family first, always. Not truthful. I was on so many opportunity and team calls. I watched so many stuff online from network marketers who definitely cannot put their families first. They have to put the MLM first. And then they have to maneuver the family life around that. Build a life where your family actually comes before your work. No, that is not truthful. I don't believe that. Because if you want to be successful in a network marketing company, you pretty much have to work 24/7. That doesn't allow you to put your family first. Work from anywhere. Yes, you can work from anywhere and everywhere. And you're actually required to if you really want to be somewhat successful. So work 24/7 and work no matter where you are. Never miss a moment that matters, whether it's the school play or a Tuesday morning coffee date. Just imagine you're at your children's school play, you're on a date, and then you have to wipe out your phone because you gotta work from anywhere. That is not a flex. That is actually quite sad that you can never really take a break. Get paid what you're worth, not begging for a raise or waiting on someone else's approval. Your effort equals your paycheck, but it really doesn't, because you're not getting paid what you're worth. You don't need to beg for a raise. Yes, that's true. I mean, most people don't beg for raises. I ask for them and I present information why I think I should get a raise or why I should be promoted. And I do wait for the company's approval and then they pay me accordingly. My effort does equal my paycheck, my knowledge and the responsibility I have. So that's for me, from my side, as somebody who does have a regular schmegular corporate job. But in network marketing, you don't get raises. So yeah, you cannot ask for these, but you don't get paid what you're worth. You're getting paid what your downline is worth. The bigger the team, the more they sell, the more they recruit, the more money you make. So you're getting paid what your downline is worth. Purpose-driven work. Wake up knowing that you do actually makes a difference. Yeah, I guess you got to tell yourself that in network marketing. Every job can be purpose-driven. That is not limited to network marketing. Step into your best self. And you got to join a network marketing company if you really want to achieve that. This journey pulls out the bold, confident version of you that's always been there, and only network marketing. No other business ventures, entrepreneurial endeavors, no jobs and no hobbies and no character traits of yours can do that. Only network marketing. Got it. Time freedom is real, but you gotta work 24/7 and from anywhere and everywhere. Time freedom is real, but not for network marketers. Take back your time and design your life around your schedule, not a boss's. You actually have to schedule your life around potential new recruits, your customers, your uplines, your upline's upline, your upline's upline's upline, and then also the people who run the company. If they want you to be on a corporate call, you better be there, and those are your bosses. The people who run the network marketing company you work for, they are your bosses. You have an agreement. You have a market partner agreement of sorts with them. They're your bosses and you have to follow their rules. Soul level friendships. Ooh, that's horrible. That's culty. Build connections that feel like family and support you more than some people you've known forever. And you can only find that in network marketing. In a business model that is based on certain conditions. So if you stop recruiting, if you stop selling, if you stop being in the same network marketing company, maybe those are not your soul level friends anymore. Confidence you didn't know you had. Growth is baked into this journey. It's impossible to stay the same. Every journey is like that. You will not be the same whatever journey you do. You can grow your confidence outside of network marketing. Fall in love with your work again. Imagine actually enjoying what you do every day. How realistic is it that you love your work every day? That's highly unrealistic, no matter what your work is. No matter if it's the most rewarding thing on planet Earth, if it's work, you will not enjoy it every day. Hopefully the entire concept, the overall concept, the field you're in is something you enjoy, but you will not love what you do. You will not enjoy what you do every day. Legacy that lasts in network marketing. Build something your kids will be proud of. That mommy was in a network marketing company, one that shut down after 8 years, one that never got off the ground. How do you create a legacy? You don't in network marketing. And create impact that outlives you. Yeah, if you want to do that, you can do that, but not in a network marketing company. No legacies, and you don't create an impact that outlives you. You're there to make a paycheck. That's it. Share this with your audience to educate them on the modern social selling opportunity. I'm doing exactly that. So you have all now been educated on the modern social selling opportunity. You're welcome. And then we have posts like this, where network marketers state, I would never do network marketing. That's a scam and no one makes money. Psych, almost 1 million later. So it's a scam, nobody makes money, but I was able to make almost 1 million. And that is supposed to counteract critics who say that network marketing is a scam and most people don't make money. It's not that no one makes money, it's that most people don't make money. Doesn't make sense. Let's take a look at the text. Maybe there are more insights here. Hi. Hello. I was the hater and I would never girl. Cheers to that. I turned my head to this business because I thought it was so cringe and honestly and truly thought I was above it all. I had my master's degree. There was no way these girls were making more than my degree could pay. Well, some people actually can. Scams, or what people might consider as scams, can also pay those decently. The very few in network marketing who are at the top of network marketing companies, they're able to make a good amount of money, but they do that on the backs of others. So hopefully if you have a degree, that degree also teaches you ethics, that might not be the route to go if you don't want to scam other people, if you don't want to make money on the backs of other people losing. I get the doubt. Thank God. I get the skepticism. Wow, at least somebody who gets us. But I had 700 followers when I started my business, 0 experience, and put $300 on my credit card to start this business because I didn't have it. But I knew I was willing to try anything so I could be a stay-at-home mom when I had my daughter. I was a skeptic, I was in doubt, I was a hater, I thought it was a scam, I didn't have any money, I only had 700 followers, and then I put that on a credit card, which is extremely responsible because I hope that at the point when I had my first child that I could be a stay-at-home mom. You're not a stay-at-home mom when you work, you're a mother who works from home. So it was a scam, but that was okay with me because I was hopeful that maybe I was able to make a good amount of money. If I can do this business and earn almost 1 million as a full-time stay-at-home mom, you're not. You're working. Who solo parents a lot, #military life, so can you. But how is that a proper rebuttal to those saying it's a scam? Most people don't make money. Well, ye get that? I was able to make almost 1 million. That's why it cannot be a scam. How is that a rebuttal to those legitimate fears and claims that people in your audience might say it's a scam, I don't want to join it, most people lose money, which is factually true. She is in Monat. Most people in Monat are at the lowest rank. Those people end up in debt. But that cannot be because I almost made 1 million over my time in Monat. That's not a rebuttal. It just means that you might be caught in a scam in a network marketing company and it worked out for you, which would make you one of the people successfully participating in the scam. It's not a rebuttal that it's not a scam. Network marketing is creating more female millionaires than any other industry out there, and my company alone has produced more than 120 in 10 years. No, that's not true. Monat inducts people into the MDC, the $1 Million Club, and according to her, it is 120 people in 10 years. Those people are not millionaires. Most are in the MDC, the $1 Million Club. Those people were able to make $1 million in commission over their time in Monat. Those people had to pay taxes, they had expenses. Those people are not millionaires. Only very few, very likely those who are in the 5, 10, 15 MDC, those could be millionaires, but not the people who are just inducted into the MDC. That is not a correct representation of what is going on in Monat. And she claims that network marketing is creating more female millionaires than any other industry. How is that truthful if she is allegedly in this so successful network marketing company that at some point had hundreds of thousands of people and only 120, according to her, are millionaires? That shows that it's not a good business. Those people are not millionaires, but even if that was true, more female millionaires in this industry, then you would have more than 120. That means that Monat is not a great part of network marketing because people in Monat are not that successful compared to other network marketing companies. Or could it just be that it's not truthful, that network marketing does not create more female millionaires? If we're making statements and claims like this, then I would love it if the Huns were to cite their sources. But because I believe it is not truthful, they cannot do that. So cite your sources if that is truthful. Where do you have that information from? And I'm not talking about Pinterest, your upline, your hairdresser's dog's friend. Show me the sources where that information comes from. If you're ambitious and wanting more out of life, this reel showed up on your page for a reason. Yeah, because I'm looking out for anti-MLM content and because I'm producing these videos. That's my reason. DM me, get started, or send me this reel and we can chat about what it is that I do and see if it's the right fit for you. So you're telling me you might be in something that people call a scam, where most people don't make money, but you don't even tell me what you're actually doing. I have to DM you behind the scenes and then you will teach me. That sounds absolutely legitimate. For typical earnings, and here's the Monat income disclosure statement. Here's the Monat income disclosure statement for you as well. Bada boom. It's bad, it's abysmal, it's not a money maker for most people. Most people are at the lowest ranks and they lose money. Yet again. you're welcome. And because the Huns are super creative and they come up with their own critical thinking, we have posts that are never ever repetitive. Like this one, no one makes money in network marketing. And then she holds up a giant check alleging that she was able to make a lot of money. Yeah, we've never heard this one before, so we're wrong. Okay. How is that yet again a rebuttal that no one in network marketing is making money? First of all, most people, when I take a look on social media and the content that is pushed there on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, most people who are critical of network marketing don't say that no one makes money in network marketing. Otherwise, network marketing would be dead. There always have to be some people at the top who make money, who can say it's not a scam, I'm super successful, join my team and I will teach you how to be successful as well. Because a scam or a business model like network marketing, which in my opinion is a scam, you need some people at the top who make decent money so that it's aspiring for others to try and do the same, who will ultimately in masses have to fail so that the few people at the top are able to make a living. So it's not that no one makes money, but hardly anyone does. According to the FTC, it is almost 100%. According to every income disclosure statement I have seen so far, it is most people in network marketing companies at the lowest ranks and they make barely anything. So most people in network marketing make no money. And once again, just because one person claims I was able to make money, here's my check, you're wrong, doesn't mean that the critics are wrong. Network marketing, the most misunderstood business model, is it? Even decades after the first network marketing company was founded, it is still the most understood business model. Then what are you all doing in network marketing? Why are you not explaining it then to your audience? To the dum-dums who don't get it. You have social media, you can easily connect with people and educate those on the business model. Why to this very day is it then still misunderstood if you could educate people? Maybe because it is not misunderstood, maybe because it's a shitty opportunity and that's why you cannot explain your way out of it, or are you just really, really bad at explaining this allegedly so great opportunity? Which one is it? Listen, yes, I am. This isn't a lottery ticket. It's not luck. It's not a lottery ticket because if you were, I don't know about lottery, but if you were to gamble, the likelihood of you to actually make a profit, according to the FTC, is greater than you joining a network marketing company. It's not luck. Well, there's a lot of luck involved. If you join early, if you're good on social media, if you're good at selling and you hit the sweet spot of people, it has to do with the luck as well, where you end up in the pyramid. So it's not a lottery ticket, but luck is a huge component to being successful in network marketing. It's not a get rich quick situation. No, but years ago, the Huns tried to pitch it like this, become a millionaire, but now they recognize it's not that easy to pitch it like that anymore. Now you need to make sure that people understand. You need to put in hard work. It could be a side hustle. It could be whatever you want it to be, but you won't get rich quickly. So they dropped the claims from 5 years ago. That's a good sign. It's a business, and just like any job, you get paid when you show up and put in the work. You get paid when you sell and when you recruit and when your team performs. It's not comparable to an actual business where your success depends on you showing up and you doing your job. It's on your team and how they perform. Hello? Would you expect your boss to cut you a check if you didn't clock in all week? No. Actually, I would. If I'm sick and I went to the doctors and I get signed off for the week, then I get a check. Although I don't get a check, the money gets wired into my bank account at the end of the month, also for that week. And it's not about showing up, because in network marketing companies, you don't show up and trade time for money as you do in a regular schmegular job. Not comparable yet again. And this is something that the top people like to claim. If you don't show up, you won't get paid. So you gotta work hard. And the people who are the hardest workers, those are the people who are at the top of those companies, which is simply not truthful. It's insulting to the people who hustle, who want to make this work, who try to balance a full-time job, family with small children, plus network marketing, but they don't achieve what others did because the market is saturated, the network marketing company is drowning, because they were simply not lucky, because they were too late. It is insulting to those people who work 24/7 in the hopes that they can make it big. Come on. Then why do people expect to succeed in entrepreneurship by doing nothing? Who expects to succeed in entrepreneurship if they do nothing? I would argue most people who are somewhat reasonable, they don't expect that. You're not in entrepreneurship though when you're in network marketing, you're in sales, independently contracted. That is not necessarily entrepreneurship. Your 9 to 5 will happily cap your income and control your time, and most people call that secure. There is a huge security that comes with that. How many hours do I have to work? What bonus payments, what tips might come my way? And what is the potential cap of the money I make over the course of a year? And the next year we can talk again about getting a raise, and then that cap gets higher and higher and higher. It is security. That's why also it's the best functioning system for most people worldwide. It's not just a myth, it is because it functions for most people. This business is merit-based, effort-based. You eat what you hustle for. But the difference, payoff isn't just money, it's options. That's insulting to the people on your team who are not at the top ranks. That is insulting because you claim that those people don't work hard enough. Everybody who's on such a person's team should be offended by this. I would leave. If I know I work hard, I have a full-time job, I have a family to feed, I have a life to live, I have a relationship I want to make work, but then on top of that, I also do network marketing, and my upline through this post tells me if I don't make the money I would like to make, it is because I don't put in the effort, then I would leave. Because you know what? My upline would deserve that. And the payoff isn't just money. You're in it for the money. You should get paid off properly, but that's not a possibility in network marketing, because if everybody got paid and everybody got paid decently, then the system would collapse. It's options. What options? Flexibility. And that's the only industry you have flexibility in network marketing, where you have to work 24/7. No flexibility if you're actually an entrepreneur, if you actually run your own company, if you work in a corporate job. There's no flexibility there. I beg to differ. More time with your family. Nah. If you work 24/7, your family has to fit into your MLM life, not the other way around. More choices. What choices? More options. What options? Be specific. If you're willing to work for a life that doesn't need permission slips or PTO, you should be doing this with me. I don't know what you mean with permission slips, but network marketing doesn't offer PTO, paid time off. So it's good that you're not looking for PTO in network marketing, because those companies don't offer you those benefits. Stop watching, start building. Don't tell me what to do. I will continue to watch and I will not build. Eat that. My results and work ethic are not typical. To see what's typical, okay, another Monet ton. So you are an outlier. You're at the top. Most people are not. How come? Because you're truly the hardest worker? No, I guess because you got lucky. But the top people cannot admit to that. You're welcome. And then we have a truly important tip for network marketers. Most network marketers don't fail because they're not capable. So we're not gaslighting our downline. They fail because they give up too soon. Oh, I spoke too soon. We are gaslighting our downline. Think about it. Are you thinking? Good. It takes 4 years to get a college degree. 7 years to become an attorney, 10 plus years to become a doctor. But in this business, 90% quit in the first 5 years. Keep going. Success comes to those who are willing to play the long game. With the exception that you do not require any skills and you do not learn any skills, you do not benefit. If you stay in a network marketing company for 5 years, you pay into that network marketing company, into the company, the corporate side, but also into your upline's lifestyle for 5 years without getting enough out of it. You cannot compare joining a network marketing company, recruiting people into that system, who recruit people into the system, who recruits people into the system, with getting a proper education that can actually give you financial success and business success in the future. It takes 4 years to get a college degree. I went to the university and it was the best thing I ever did, because it taught me how to work independently, how to structure my own days, my own time, how to finish on time, how to be successful at what I did at the university, at my subjects, and to do critical thinking. Research well. Find workarounds to show progress, to finish projects, and to find creative workarounds if things are really not working out. That prepared me for my future career, although I didn't study exactly what I ended up in. On top of that, if you have a degree, at least it's the way here, I have a master's degree, that is always of advantage. If you have a university degree on your CV, that is still beneficial for most jobs. So to show up with a network marketing degree is not necessarily helpful. University or college degree is. 7+ years to become an attorney, where you learn the skills, where you can actually work and operate as a lawyer. You cannot compare that to network marketing. You get skills, you have a degree, you pay a lot for that, and you have to work a lot until you get paid, but you develop the skills that you need to officially operate in that field. Not everybody can become an attorney, and the same is true for a doctor. Do you just want every doofus, Lufus, and Louis to become attorneys and doctors because they got a training for 1 year, because they were in a network marketing company, when they have to be your lawyer in court, when they have to represent you, or when they are your doctor and they prescribe you medicine or perform certain surgeries on you? There's a slight difference with that and those joining network marketing companies. Come on. Here's the truth most won't tell you. Why? Why do most people not tell you the truth? If you're that knowledgeable in network marketing and you claim it's one of the most misunderstood industries and business opportunities ever, then talk and tell people what is going on. Maybe this veil of secrecy is not helpful. It takes longer than you think it will. It takes longer than those who want to recruit you pitch this to you. It takes longer than those who want to recruit you will tell you. And why do they do that? Because they know it's not very attractive to tell somebody you might have to pay into this business opportunity for years and years and years. And in the end, there might not be a positive outcome for you. That would be the truth. But it's also more worth it than you can even imagine. The people who win in this business, they treat it like a business, not a hobby. Once again, it's very degrading to those who do treat it like a business. Most people, in fact, who will not be able to make a living, who will not be able to make a full-time income, a side income, even a profit. It is insulting to those to call those who don't succeed hobbyists, okay? It is degrading and it is insulting to the downlines. And if I were in those people's downlines, I would be out, because that is not acceptable. Those are not people I want to push. Those are not people I want to finance. Those are not people I want to support. I would be out. They anchor their vision, keep showing up, and refuse to let temporary setbacks create permanent doubt. For 5 years, that's not a temporary setback. That sounds very, very close to permanent. They burn the boats. They stay in the room. They play the long game. So they cut out all other options just because they have to be desperate. This has to work out for me. I don't want to look around. I don't want to do critical thinking. I don't want to have other options I can fall back onto, which is very helpful in network marketing, where almost 100% of the people make no profit. Are you joking? So if you've been wondering if it's working, this is your reminder. You're not behind. You're building. Keep going. Share this with a team member you believe in. You never know who needs to hear it today. Well, I'm sharing it with all of you, and I hope that you needed to hear this today. You're welcome. And the final post we need to talk about is this: why network marketing? 80% of women who make a 6-figure yearly income do it through network marketing. No, not one of the misrepresented studies of all time. Network marketing has created the most self-made millionaires than any other industry in the world. Network marketing is the biggest equalizer. It does not care about physical qualities, background, race, or gender. 74.4% of the people involved in the network marketing industry worldwide in 2022 are women. And that is one of the issues. No logical thinking to be found here. Above, this person states, you should do network marketing because 80% of women who make a six-figure yearly income do it through network marketing. That is false. We're also not citing any sources yet again. This is one of the most used and abused statements that is not true. Now, I do not have access to the original study. This was perverted over time that it's really not possible for me to get access to that original study, but it is not true that those who make six figures yearly, they do it through network marketing. This was not a study about success in network marketing, because if you think logically, think about the women you know in your surrounding, whether you're in network marketing or not. How likely is it that 80% of these people that are successful who make six figures yearly, they do it because of network marketing? Does that sound logical? No, it doesn't. If it were, then the income disclosure statements would look completely different. If 80% of those participating, 80% of the women participating in this make six figures yearly, then the numbers in income disclosure statements would be shifted. And most people would not be at the lower ranks, but they would be at the mid to higher ranks. But that is not the case. There's not a single compensation plan that is structured like this. The study is not about the financial success in network marketing. It is about gender. Those in network marketing who are able to make six figures yearly, 80% are women. It's a study about gender and not about income. It's misrepresented galore, and it apparently still is in 2025. And she contradicts herself, or rather corrects herself down below without recognizing it, when she says 74.4% of the people involved in the network marketing industry worldwide in 2022 are women. That means that the income disclosure statements from 2022 must be ginormous. Most people have to be at the top ranks and they make more than $100,000. But that is not the case. This is more of a realistic study that most people involved in network marketing are women. Now it changes from network marketing company to network marketing company and also across territories. In some countries, men might have a higher percentage of that. In others, it is women. But generally speaking, most people who do network marketing are women. Yes. 42.9 million people consider direct selling as a part-time career option. But that doesn't mean that they make part-time money. Most people in network marketing lose money and make barely anything. So they can consider what they want. Once again, not factual. And where are your sources? Show me the resources where all of that stems from. Network marketers work for an average of 13.3 hours per week. Once again, sources. Cite your sources. Present day network marketing is done primarily online rather than in person. Yeah, I believe that one. And those are the points that should make me consider why I should do network marketing. Bunch of misrepresentations. But the post continues. You don't need followers. Of course, it's helpful. If you've got a big following, it's easier to sell. If you already have a built-in audience, it's a lot easier than starting that from the ground up, because it's pricey to do network marketing. You have to join the companies. You have a lot of expenses, buy the products. So if you already have followers you can sell to, you can recruit, that's of advantage. Prior experience, well, actually that's also helpful, because if you know how to recruit people, if you know that that is the basis of what you have to do, and if you know compensation plans, and if you know how to read compensation plans, you know prior to you joining a network marketing company what you actually have to do, and you do not depend on other people's advice. Be prepared and know what you get yourself into. That is helpful. You don't need your own product, because you're not creating your own product. It's the companies, the actual owners of the companies, the actual business owners, they create everything for you, and you have no saying in this. You don't define what products to sell. The product range is already decided for you. You have no saying in this. Thousands of dollars to start. Well, maybe not thousands. In some MLMs, yes, but for sure you need to pay your way into the company. You need to get a starter kit, you need to get a business kit, you need to purchase the products, and then you will also be cheered to go to convention because you want to meet your team members. So you got to pay traveling there, accommodations there. That can add up to thousands of dollars just for the start. Every family has someone who breaks the chain of living paycheck to paycheck. But how likely is it that these people are in network marketing? They will just bury themselves a deeper hole and they will have more expenses. And then living paycheck to paycheck is not an option anymore because they will end up in debt very, very quickly. Their financial situations in network marketing will be more severe than before. If we see the statistics, if we see the compensation plans, if we see the income disclosure statements, then don't join a network marketing company if you want to break the chain of living paycheck to paycheck. The ones from yours is reading this right now. And then we have those weird big goopy eyes. That's not creepy at all. You're welcome. Those were some really cringy posts of network marketers pointing their audience into the direction that network marketing is not a great opportunity, but they're not able to factually debunk why. No sources, very little factual information, but I'm just pointing out to you that it's really a bad opportunity and it's a scam and it's not great to join network marketing. I'm not telling you why. I'm not, because it's a secret and this business model is just misunderstood. But I'm telling you that a lot of people have a lot of reservations about network marketing, so think about that instead of me giving you valid information. You're welcome. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, that way you will not miss out on further uploads. And if you liked this video, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, cheers!